Our scouts say one army lays encamped 2 days south of here. Their numbers match our own, said Ade, a genuine sound of panic within his voice. That was not a good sign. Asbjorn had never seen his leading general with doubt, no matter how much the odds were stacked against them. And what of the other prince and his army? Asked Asbjorn as he paced around barrels of supplies being used as a makeshift table for their maps to sit upon. From what we last heard, he had gathered a host matching his brothers in strength and was marching westward through Bulgaria, answered Talir. Asbjorn strummed his fingers upon the map and twizzled his finger within his beard. If these Christian brothers were allowed to join forces, they would outnumber his own host more than 2 to 1. That could not be allowed to happen. No matter how battle-hardened and fierce his men, the chance of victory would be extremely slim. Asbjorn placed his hands down upon the table and faced his men. Ready the men, we ride south at once. With that, Asbjorn rushed from the tent. Due to the recent wars with the Greeks to the south and the Italians to the west, Sapphireland had been left with little in the way of gold to hire any new mercenary companies, and even less chance of calling upon his chieftains for more men. They had already replenished what little they could to their forces. The army was a spent force, and the smallest it had been since Asbjorn had arrived in the Adriatic. The one thing they did have, though, was an army made up of fierce and loyal Norse warriors. The victors of 100 battles, each and every one of which would fight until their last breath for Asbjorn. They must strike now and destroy the closest army. If they could face them separately, Asbjorn had faith that his men could snatch victory and push these would-be conquerors back home with a whimper. If not, well, then Asbjorn would be feasting in Valhalla before the moon's turn. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic with Jarl Asbjorn, where we are currently being invaded by 2 Bulgarian princes from this duchy here and this duchy here. They've got 1100 men just down here in our lands of Southam, and then they've got another army that's hanging around here somewhere, but I'm not too sure where. Now, as we found out from that introduction POV, our plan, we're going to go straight ahead and attack this army here, because if we let these armies join together, we could be in real trouble. We've not quite got enough gold to hire mercenaries, so the manpower that we have got is literally all we've got at present, unless we can earn another 40 to 50 gold from somewhere very quickly. So our only hope is to try and attack these armies one by one and smash both, and hopefully that will result in some sort of white peace that we can then stop that invasion, as we really all we need to do now is earn that 500 gold so that we can create our kingdom title and finally have Asbjorn crowned as a king. Obviously we took this land up here in the last episode as well, where we do have a small petty war going on, but our allies are very strong in this war, but they're only involved in this war unfortunately, but they should be able to win that war for us, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. I have changed the name of one of these into Miklagard, which basically means big stronghold, because if you remember when we tried to siege this castle, it was an impressive stronghold and would have took a long time to siege down, so that's all we've changed that name to for now. If you guys do come up with any names for the rest of these ones, then please feel free to suggest them down in the comments. Before we get going, we have got 2 new custom courtiers. Of course, we didn't add any into the last episode. We had a break from it just to let things develop a little bit more, but we have added 2 this week, who are, if we can find them, we've got Agnar Olfersson, who is 18 years old. He is lustful, brave, gregarious. He's a skilled tactician, an organizer. He's athletic, scarred, and august. And he was... who made this one again? I think it was Jackie Boy who made this character. So let's find him a bride. Oh, there we go. Nice 18-year-old bride there. But let's see if there is any with some inheritable traits. And there are a few, actually. Some of them are quite older, so I don't really want to marry him to someone too old when he is only 18. So instead of... well, then again, she's only 21 with the comely trait. So yeah, she'll do for him. Perfect. And then our other custom character is Aros, who was made by Slidrid, who a lot of you will know from the Discord. Loving that sigil with the green serpent on black. And this guy is lustful, deceitful, gregarious, an elusive shadow, shrewd, a blade master, and a murderer. Okay, so this guy's pretty intimidating and pretty scary, I must say. He's 21, so let's find him a bride. There's this one here who's 25, but she's intelligent. So 25 is not too bad. He should be able to get some children on her, and he'll get other children on concubines. So yeah, I think that's a good match for him. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, wow, okay. Pregnant and a fornicator. Oh. But she is intelligent, so surely it's worth it for those impressive traits. I have pinned those 2 characters already. So, yeah, I think that's everything new. So now it's time to concentrate on this war. So, if we do attack them, which we've already decided to do from the last episode, apparently the potential battle that will take place in 26 days, we've got better commanders, better traits, higher quality men, and more men at arms. So we should win that battle. So let's find out. Let's march our way down into our lands of Southam, and they are now retreating. And here comes his brother's armour, which is what I'm scared of. To the impressive Jarl Asbjorn of Thafirland, I accept your marriage proposal. Perfect. That's going to give them 2,000 men. It's way too much manpower. Let's march our way over here west. Can we go this way instead? I don't want to risk going anywhere near that army if they join together. Yeah, Band of the Fields. Wow, they've got an impressive army there. It's going to be 2,500 strong. Can we hire mercenaries by putting ourselves in debt? Which is annoying. I don't really want to be going into debt, but I don't know how else we're... No. Well, we've raised some men there, an extra 50 men, so we may as well do that. Not available. We've got the Lombard band that we have hired before, 141. And apparently we can do it, but it just would put us into debt. We're going to need more men than that. I don't think that's enough manpower. I've got some pikemen here who are pretty decent. Is there any other? The Company of the Bull. So these are very expensive. The most we can afford is this one here. The Band of Krajina, which is light cavalry. But they're 230 gold. I don't think we're going to need that much manpower. Could go for this Sicily army, which is 755 men, but that's still quite expensive. But bowmen isn't going to be enough to win this for us, I don't think. I think we're going to need something better than bowmen. So we may have to go for these pikemen. Pikemen will surely be half decent. Are these pikemen as well? Yeah. Well, they're both the same price. We'll go for the men from Sicily. And we'll hire them, which is going to put us in a hell of a lot of debt. But I don't see what other option we have. We're not going to be able to win this war without that band of men. Let's march them south to Felstad as well. Join our host together. We're going to have to get these joined together. That's our only hope. Very annoying that we've had to indebt ourselves, but what can we do? And that marriage is also sorted. Perfect. What issues do we have? We currently have 6 issues. I know one's going to be that we're in debt. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get ourselves out of debt quickly once this war's over. We do need to do some raiding, because at the minute all we need to do is earn money to create that kingdom title, so that's going to be our main aim once we can finally stop all these bloody holy invasions. Hopefully when we're a king we might be able to prevent them a little bit more, maybe intimidate people away from us that little bit more. And we've nearly converted the faith in this county, which is awesome. It's so close now. So let's get these men together. Right, so we've got 2,089 men, so we are just shy of this army down south, unfortunately. Let's go finish this war in the north. Let's just take control of that. At least then, hopefully, they'll spend some of their men down here taking sieges. We'll let them do some sieges for now. And a new religion has been founded in Croatia. Interesting. And some people have converted to that, which is interesting. But we'll hopefully gain some manpower as well by marching through our lands. Maybe we'll be able to replenish our forces just that little bit more. Hopefully, if we're lucky. Some more people have turned to that new religion in Croatia, which is interesting. A lot of people are, actually, which is very interesting. As long as it's no one in our land. And yes, we are actually replenishing our troops. We've gained an extra 100. So that's good. Hopefully by forcing these away. Do you know what? We'll go get that castle under siege, just to end this other petty war, just so we don't have to worry about that on our northern border. Then again, would these... I know they're not actually joining in with the other war, but... yeah, we'll get this under siege. Let's just do this for now. We'll forward that on. We'll keep an eye on what is going on down south, as they are about to siege our castle now, unfortunately, which is going to give them a decent amount of war score, unfortunately, but never mind. And they have taken a vassal prisoner as well, which is not good. We have unlocked a new martial perk, though. Perfect. Let's have a look. Hit and run, retreat losses less. That could come in handy. Endure hardship, soldiers of lesser fortune. We could have done with that before. Let's improve our prowess. That will hopefully help us in battle, considering that we are outnumbered. That could help us a lot. Perfect, and our ally army has crushed this army, so if we get this under siege, that will end that war. Just so we don't have to worry about it, or at least if we can get it to white peace. Maybe when they crush that army, it'll give us another. It's got us to 15%. Will they accept a white peace? Yes, they will. Perfect. So we don't have to worry about this siege now. We can march back south. That was only a war that was overlapping from the new land that we'd taken anyway. So at least we haven't got to concentrate on that anymore. Is there any... Could we actually raise more men? We can raise an extra soldier. There's no point. But at least we've gained some extra power. We have gained a couple of hundred men just by marching up the coast. So let's march back down. And the Bulgarian army is splitting. That's good. Hopefully we can get down there while they're split still and do some serious damage. We have got 35 commander advantage. That's really good. Really good. Leading our own soldiers gives us +5 as well in those battles. So hopefully that will help in our favour. So annoying that people keep on invading us. I can't wait till we can take more of this Croatian land. As soon as we create that kingdom and we get all those claims, Safirland's going to look so nice once that happens. Right, let's continue our march. I know that we're in debt. Unfortunately, you don't need to keep reminding me about our huge debt. Let's march up into this mountain province, into this city. That could work in our favour. At least then we've got the defending in mountains if any of them decide to try and attack us. Yeah, they're going to try and retreat towards each other now. And perfect. Our priestess has converted the faith. So if we go on religion now, we've actually got some Norse religion down here. That is awesome. Let's send her off then to convert the faith of Odin's Try and get that converted as well to our new religion. How is our culture going at the present? Only 3 months left until he's converted Vinland to Norse culture, which is awesome as well. Yeah, we'll get up in the mountains. Try and get a defensive stance if we can. Try and position ourselves as best we can against this host. And they are now choosing to march away, which is perfect. Let's march into this mountain province here, even closer. And they're actually retreating out of our lands now. That's perfect. We can go and lift the siege, and we'll just have them in a bit of a stalemate. Let's go here, lift the siege, defend our borders. Are we on a ford here? We might be. We might have a bit of an advantage there. We can lift the siege on our own lands at least. We could always march into their lands in Bulgaria and try and capture their capital. We've got 2,500 men now, or just shy of that because of the siege penalties, but we are gaining more men. I think we could take them in battle. I honestly think we could take them in battle now. I think we've got more than enough manpower. If we can win this siege, we'll lift this siege first, and then I think I'm going to chase them down. Or at least wait till they come back here. I'd rather have the home advantage, actually. Yeah, they're going to march around us up into those mountains. That's fine. We'll lift this siege here. You go do what you want. Hopefully we can catch you in some plains. And perfect. He has promoted culture in Odin Rift. So if we go on cultures now, look at that. Spreading like wildfire now. Kier is doing a fantastic job. Let's get him to promote culture in Ragusa then. The next one, let's spread it down the coast. Looking very nice there. That Norse culture now down in the Adriatic. Yeah, they're going to march up and around in those mountains. That's fine. Hopefully we can catch them on the coasts. Hopefully they march around us and come out of the mountains. Don't really want to face them in mountains and give them any sort of advantage. We're already at the disadvantage in manpower. Our men are better. They're battle hardened. They should be able to win this. Hopefully they split up a little bit. Yeah, they're keeping in the mountains. Household savings, we gained 50 gold. Oh, well done, Herja. Thank you so much. We are now out of debt. Sigbjorn has been asking for me for a rolling hoop for a long time, and I told him I would get him one in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. He simply waved my offer away, saying he did not really care about that anymore. A change in mind is a healthy mind, fickle. He must focus on the boons he already possesses, gains content, or Sigbjorn must be taught to take me at my word. Gains the trait trusting. Yes, he must learn to take us at our word, but we have now been overwhelmed with stress, which is not good. Mental break, resentment. Why must I always do everything myself? How can I be expected to rule over Safirland when half of my servants are incapable of following my orders, and the other half do not seem to understand them? Why must you all be incompetent? We gain the trait irritable, we lose 20 stress. Odin, I need a drink, we gain drunkard, or I will just have to endure. Wow, we gain 75 stress. I don't really want to do that. So do we become a drunkard, or do we become irritable? Oh, no. I don't really want either of the... We'll go with irritable. You gained the trait irritable. How bad is irritable? Diplomacy -2, martial -1. But our prowess goes up. And our dread goes up as well. So it's not the worst, actually, then, for what we want, I suppose. Could have been a lot worse. And they are splitting their armies now. Perfect. Hopefully they split enough that we can attack. Let's just lift this siege. Perfect. What would be our chances of winning if we were to attack here? We've got defending in mountains, better army commanders, more army commander traits, more soldiers, higher quality, more men at arms. Let's go for it. Yeah, they've retreated, which is perfect. That means the other army's retreated, and we should capture this 1,000 men and smash them. Perfect. And they're not going to be able to come in help in time. That couldn't have gone any better. Are they going to try and sweep round? No, they're not. So we've managed to split them. Our champion at Refa wounded Baron Akhlatabor. Perfect. A great victory. And we've actually managed to capture a mare as well. Absolutely fantastic. Can we ransom that mare? Yes, for 30 gold. Perfect. As we are in desperate need of that coin. That's not going to be enough for a white piece, I imagine. No, they won't accept. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm going to march up here and attack you in this. We get a defending a river crossing. And we are going to get to attack somebody there, by the looks of it. Ransom accepted. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We've smashed another one of their hosts. There we go. It can start swinging in our favour now. I want to go for white piece as soon as possible, rather than just crushing them. And they will accept now. Perfect. I'm so relieved. That war could have gone very, very badly for us. That could have gone very badly for us indeed. Right. While we've got 229 men, let's disband that army. Perfect. Yes, we had 2 great victories. We're being raided, which is annoying, by this guy here. Wherever he's from. Now, do we go raiding? I need the gold. I need gold rather than land, but we've got that mercenary company. How much longer have we got them for? You have 18 months left. Yeah, let's raid all our raiders. We need to go raiding. We need that coin. And we've got a hell of a lot of raiders. About 1,500 men or so? 1,600. Perfect. Led by Asbjorn himself. Let's have a good look around then. What have we got? These Italian lands, 20 gold, 9 gold, some nice coastline. What about Venice? What could we get if we raided Venice? 26 gold, 10 gold, 5 gold. So we could get a decent amount of gold from Venice, and it's actually independent, isn't it, as well? Let's sail to Venice. Let's raid the city of Venice. It's been a long time coming, but we should be able to get a very, very impressive amount of gold from this. And with them being a little independent place, they hopefully won't be able to oppose us either. And then we can go down into these southern lands of Italy, Sicily, where we can hopefully get a decent amount of gold as well, rather than raiding Italy, because if they wanted to raise their manpower to 4, yeah, they could repel us. So we'll keep away from that, and we will just raid Venice for now. Let's see what we can get from here. 7 days left in this raid. It's going to be a nice, quick raid, thanks to how good Asbjorn is. Hopefully we get the events pop up where we can completely sack Venice and earn a hell of a lot of wealth while we're here. War declared. Oh, for God's sake, not again. May wisdom ever elude you. I have long converted your lands, only to be denied possession of them. No more. The time has come for me to finally get what I deserve. He's got 96 men. Has got a couple of allies. One of which being Italy. Rally the troops. It's fine. We can take care of that. We'll finish this raid and then we'll go home and take care of him. It shouldn't be too hard. Now let's go and raid Venice for 26 gold. Beautiful. We'll bring that gold home. We'll raise our mercenaries here because they can actually take care. It's only this small bit of land here who's attacking us, so we can send these. Do you know what? We'll carry on raiding. Let's let Aid take care of them on the home front. And the Venice army has returned, but we should be able to beat them as they're disembarking. And then raid Venice and get a lovely, lovely, lovely whack of cash. We're going to win this? Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to slaughter the Venice army. Making acquaintances, Asbjorn seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. It never hurts to make friends. Gregorious trait. Perfect. That's a great trait for him to pick up. Very happy with that. There we go. Now let's go and raid Venice. Get a nice chunk of gold. Aid is going to take care of this battle for us. If we can capture that commander and end that war straight away. That was a very foolish war for this guy to fight with only 90 men. I am a bit wary of where the Italian army is going to spark up, though. That could, if they spark up near Venice. There we go, a great victory. Go and siege his capital, Aid. Get it under our control and finish this war. Then battles. I'm guessing we lost 24 men. He did some damage to us, to be fair to the old man. To be fair to the crazy bastard. Let's finish this raid then. We'll bring that gold home. 26 gold. How much gold do we have on us already? 15. So it's a little bit of gold to bring home. Hopefully, we can bring that home and then end this war quick enough that we can then continue our raiding. Because we do need a lot more gold. I'm going to go and raid Benevento next, I think. But we'll bring our cash home first, rather than getting ahead of ourselves. Bring it home in short supply. And perfect. Fire and blood. The settlement of Venezia is an important stronghold in Greater Venice, and it has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of serene Dodge Olderico to choose from. The troops stand ready awaiting my command to give them direction. Capture skilled slaves? No. Bring me bounteous plunder. We gain prestige and gold. Beautiful. And we also managed to capture somebody to ransom as well. Perfect. Let's bring the gold back to Asbjorn board then, for now. And then we'll go out raiding again, because I don't think we're going to need our main army back here. I think we can capture this quick enough that we can win this war before they manage to get their Italian allies involved. And I just want to be able to create that kingdom title. We've got nearly 100 gold, so we're not too far off. Is this an ally in this army? No, it's just a hostile army, so they're not actually involved. That's fine. How is the raid going? Aid? Yep, Aid's doing pretty well in that. Let's get this gold home, and then we will sail off to Benevento. We brought 41 gold home and 41 prestige. How much gold have we got down here? Are any of these worth money? We'll find out when we get there. This siege is going well. Could really do with a couple more siege commanders, to be honest. We can designate a guardian for Siegfried, who is, wow, 7 diplomacy. Very, very impressive. Yeah, we'll send you to her, the same one as your brother Aslak, which is perfect. Your twin brother must already have a guardian then, if it's not popped up for him. I must have already given him one without realising. I think he might have been the stewardship focus one, actually, now I come to think of it. Aha, and here's the Italian army. We're going to have to march over there, aren't we now? Get there as quickly as possible to aid in this, because the Italian army has now shown up, which is annoying. And they're going to go straight for our capital, actually, so that's fine. We just need to capture this capital to win this war, or at least get a white piece. I've never done as many white pieces as I've done in this playthrough. And this is going to fall any second now. Marshal impresses vassals. Well played, Aid. Is impressed Mayor Lazar, which gains us a 30% opinion and 75 prestige. We've got so much prestige. So much prestige. And this is going to fall very soon. Are they going to attack us? Yes, they are. Fine by me. I think we win this even with the reinforcements. I think we've got more than enough to force you back, my Italian friends. At least we weaken Italy in the process. I'm a little bit worried about the reinforcements that are about to arrive, but I think even with those reinforcements, we've got more than enough manpower. Our champion, Count Aid, wounded Duke Ethelwulf. Perfect. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Freya the intricacies of diplomacy. All efforts have come to naught, however. Few at any court would be overly impressed by her grasp of etiquette. But at least she does know how to hold her own in polite company. They grow up fast. Well, I wouldn't call 18 diplomacy that bad. I think she's done incredibly well, young Freya. We still need to find her a match at some point. Yeah, and we're going to crush the Italian host. Absolutely perfect. We are going to take some losses, I would imagine. We've had nearly 500 men retreating. But yeah, we've won this. Perfect. Our champion Ragnar Bloodaxe ripped the head off Count Olderic. Ouch. He loves ripping off heads, doesn't he, old Ragnar? Perfect. That puts us up to 18%. I know that we can marry our daughter. I'm not going to do that just yet. I don't know who to marry her to just yet. We'll finish this siege because hopefully we'll get some gold, and we did. And we got 100% in that war, so we will now enforce our demands, ending that war. Perfect. Thank goodness for that. Let's disband all our men. How did that battle go? They lost 600 men, we lost 300. Not too bad. Hopefully most of those were from the mercenary company. And now that that's over, can we once again raise all of our raiders and go raiding for gold? 200 gold. So close. Almost halfway. Almost halfway. Is that all the raiders that we can get now? 1,300. Well, that's annoying. It's 138 gold that we can bring back. 18 gold here. 14 here. Capital 17. Okay, so there's a couple of places here. We'll go for this one here, the Barony of Lacinio, where we can gain 13 gold, and then we'll go on to Foggia afterwards and gain what we can from there. Mercenary company expiring soon. That's fine. Dangerous faction. It's only peasants, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Yeah, let's continue our raid. Let's raid southern Italy. Get a little bit more land. I'm surprised that Italy hasn't tried to take these land checks. They do have some further down. This could be a good target for us to try and take land, if we wanted to. That could work. Especially with all the prestige that we've got and piety, we can declare holy wars. I am going to go for more of Croatia. At the minute, though, I just want to concentrate on this raiding. We need to get that kingdom tier created. How old is Asbjorn now? 41. Wow. Do we have any interesting options for more concubines? No, only an old lady. Probably his child making days are probably behind him now then. It doesn't look like we're going to get many more children for Asbjorn. Okay, and they are going to try and repel the raiders, which seems like a stupid thing to do with only 800 men, as we would be able to slaughter them very, very easy. In combat practice, Asbjorn Eriksson increases prowess by 2. Good lad, 14. He'll be getting married very, very soon. He's coming quite good. He's pretty well rounded, which is nice. Right, let's slaughter this army then. Maybe get some valuable hostages to ransom. That would be cool. I can't wait till we can raid the papacy. Our champion Adriano wounded Count Io, whoever he is. And as expected, it's a very, very easy win. Our champion Rafa ripped the head off someone and became a berserker. Nice. Right, what have we got here? We've got a church here for 9 gold. Yeah, but we will lose manpower if we go to that, so let's siege this other one instead. We can always work our way up into the mountains afterwards if needed, and we are known for our dedication to the faith, so we have gone up to devoted servant, and we're level up. We're illustrious. We're nearly exalted among men. We could very, very easily become exalted and manage to get to that status, which would be really cool. We only lost 95 raiders in that battle as well, which is good. Gonna get a nice bit of gold here. What do we have here? 5 gold. But we have this 17 gold. Okay, we can get a decent amount of gold. We've got 27 gold on us so far. We go to this province here, the city of Saponto. We can gain another 17. And then there's 5 gold out here. Capital is very ripe for the taking with 17 gold. But it depends on whether or not we would be able to raid that. I'm hoping we can. No. Let's go to this one first. Then we'll take the 5 gold here. This is Italian land, isn't it? I don't really want to go for them. Mercenary band has disbanded, but we have unlocked a new martial lifestyle focus. And you know what? Considering I keep saying we're not going to need it, and then we keep having to hire mercenaries, I'm going to go for the soldiers of lesser fortune, just so that we can actually save some money on those mercenary bands in the future, because we have been spending a hell of a lot of money out on mercenaries, unfortunately. More than I would have liked to have spent. Okay, we have got a bishopric here we could go for. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We can get 16 gold from that Italian bishopric. And there's a city there as well, actually. City of Taranto, sorry. Which is 14 gold. Very nice. We may as well. It'd be rude not to, I suppose, while we're here. And then we've also got a Greek city down here as well, which is worth 17 gold. We've got 66 gold. I've got 126 so far. We are leading this, aren't we? Yes. Hopefully we can get the Fire and Blood event pop up just to get a little bit more gold and prestige. It would be very nice if we did get it. Let's go for this Greek barony as well while we're here. It would be rude not to, as I said. Is there anything else close by which is good wealth-wise? I suppose we could come back up these coastal lands. There's a couple here. 17 gold, 17 gold, 14 gold. Yeah, we'll go back to them. We'll sail over here, take them on our way back home. And that would be a very, very decent raid, to be fair. A very, very decent raid. Take a lot of money home. 92 gold, and we've taken a prisoner. Perfect. Can we ransom this prisoner? Yes, we can. It's only 10 gold, but it all adds up. It will all help us get toward creating that kingdom title. Let's now sail over here to get this 17, march up into those mountains for that 17, and then that 14, and then we're home. and the ransom has been accepted. 245 gold. We are now halfway. Oh, no, and we're about to get attacked by an Italian army. We're not going to get away in time. Bollocks! That is annoying. So we're going to now lose a lot of that gold, unfortunately, which is a shame. That's a great shame. As I'd be very surprised if we managed to win this. Oh, no, but Count Aid has managed to kill a duke. Do you know what? We actually might be able to hold this army off, even though it was twice ice. Oh, my God. Our raiders are so fierce. We've actually slaughtered... I don't know how we've done it, but we've actually just slaughtered that Italian army. How on earth did we do that? We can only hold a little bit more gold now, though. An extra 13. So, do you know what? We'll just raid this city instead that is exactly on the border. Raid that, walk home. Perfect. A nice 108 gold in the back pocket. There are some Byzantine armies nearby, though, that we have to be careful of. To the vile Jarl Asbjorn, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for too long. No more, we are done paying your taxes. No. So we are going to have a small peasant revolt. 234, 24. Yeah, easier. We can take care of that easier. We'll finish this raid and then we'll march home to finish them off. I am wary of this Byzantine army, which is very, very close. Oh, okay. Strategical impasse. I'm sitting around the map table with Count Kukamir and Count Karl discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Kukamir bangs his fist on the table and loudly proclaims we should charge the enemy directly, crush them with the sheer might of our armies, while Karl sits back and patiently advocates for us to secure critical locations and wait for the enemy to come to us instead. It is my right to decide our ultimate course of action. I know how we can employ both. Yeah, let's make both happy. And we have managed to raid that, so now let's march on and finish off this peasant revolt. And bring all that lovely gold home as well. Raided loot, 107 gold, 107 prestige. Perfect. 365 gold. We are insanely close now. I think one more big raid somewhere and we'll be able to create our kingdom. Let's just finish off the peasant armies first, though. There's one taken care of. Let's spouse up to the task. Some of my councillors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Herja when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Chancellor Gunnar could use a tutor. It improves his opinion of us. Steward Kier, that would upset him. Spymaster, it would upset him. Or stay here with me, gains 20% opinion of you, romance you lay with petty Queen Herja. Yes, let's do that and see if we can get ourselves another son. We could desperately do with another son. Let's go take care of that other peasant army. And then the other one's up to the north. Should be pretty easy for us to do. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. There we go, let's take care of that one. Blunder results in claim. You got an unpressed claim on the county of Arabanon. Where is that? Oh, nice, okay. Interesting. That's pretty cool. For if we ever want to press that. I don't really want to go to war with the Byzantine Empire just yet, but it's nice that we've got a claim if we wanted to. If we wanted to be stupid and attack that empire, then we could. And yeah, that's an easy victory. Let's finish off the last peasant army, and I think we'll probably call it a day for today's episode. Let's march around there. We've almost converted another province, culture-wise, and they're going to sail out to sea instead. I don't know if you can do white peace. You can offer white peace to get them to stand down. Yeah, we'll go for that, just because I don't want war if we don't have to have war. Peace will bring in more gold. Sigbjorn comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Sigbjorn is at an end. For the longest time, I was hoping that a good tutelage would be enough to teach Sigbjorn the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. He has shown little understanding of the subject, but at least he knows which way to hold a sword, and might even be able to tell a footman from a champion. He got the siege leader trait, though, which is perfect, and a misguided warrior. They grew up fast. And we've got the white peace with the peasants. Perfect. The faction has disbanded against us, which is perfect. He's got 12 martial, 11, 20. He could still become a lot better than that. 16. Does that mean he's now married? No, still betrothed. Not married just yet. Right. Do we now start raiding again? We don't need much gold. Where could we raid? Let's start raiding. Are the Croatian lands ripe for the take? Yes, they actually are. Perfect. Let's raid the Croatian lands. Easy picking. We can easily pick them off without them being able to put up much of a fight against us, to be honest. But we will do that in the next episode. We'll end this one here. Thank you all so much for watching, as always. I hope that you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below. Don't forget to join the Discord server if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.